timing here. We'll get one more look at this. Keep your eyes on Irie. So he's hit this and he said, oh, happy days. 4, maybe 6. And then it kicks in. Oh no.
And his
I've got to run.
Not doing much either. And that, you've got your captain out there. He's got to be leading the way. He's got to be setting the standard. And so when you see the captain not really moving his feet either, you can't point the finger then, can you? That,
for me, Vivek, is sloppy and very unlike Dipender Singh or Ian Rowe Powell. They're usually so good between the wickets. But the point I was just going to make about those 2 games in St. Vincent, yes, on tricky batting surfaces. Nepal bowled the all but over for Nepal. They were sensing a historic first ever victory over a Test nation. With 7 overs left, they were 82 for 2, needing less than 5 runs per over, and they were literally all but over the line. They ended up not quite getting there, losing by 1 run in those dramatic circumstances with Gulshan Jha at the crease, as Aaron Johnson is now the latest Canada fielder to go off the field. But then a couple of days later, they played Bangladesh. They bowled them out for 106. In fact, at one stage, it was 88 for 9. It was an 18-run, 10th wicket partnership that got Bangladesh up to that. And they couldn't chase that total either. They were bowled out for 85, taken apart by Tanzim Saqib, who took 4 for 7, including 2 maidens. So there's those demons. They're fresh in the mind, aren't they? They're the last T20s that Nepal played.
That'll leave some scars for sure. But hey, the only way you're going to get out of a situation, and sometimes you look at that South Africa match, how close they were. They would have been feeling that anticipation, that pressure of, oh, can we get over the line?
Now you can see that this is a great piece of running from Dipender Singh. He's so quick, no one's going to out-sprint him. I don't think many others would have got there. Akhil Kumar did wonderfully well and was very athletic to flick the ball onto the stumps, but they'll scamper through for the run.
Great work from Akhil Kumar to make it a close call there. And he just needed to run all the way through, and he did well to get in the crease.
Just the speed, isn't it, of Irie that's got him home there. But you can see that I think Powell and Irie have identified this as an over. They've got a target. Pace on the ball. They've got to find a couple of boundaries in this, the 15th. But another one just keeping low. Good skills from Akhil Kumar. Nepal, they're in real trouble here.
And to your point, it hasn't kept low all day, and that's what leaves that seed of doubt. You don't know which one's going to keep low. And that plays minds on you. And all of a sudden, that odd one keeps low. You've got to watch out for that every single time.
I think if this gets up north of 10 runs required per over, Nepal may not be able to come back from that 8.4, the required run rate right now. Well, that's into the slot, but long on is in place. Badger, who's back onto the field, he's slipped. Irie wants the second, but Powell sends him back. Still no boundary.
And it's full. These are full pitch deliveries that Akhil Kumar is going for. That's the length that he's opted for, and it's working well for him so far. 3 runs from these 4 deliveries. If he can keep it that way for these final 2 balls, Canada will be very happy.
Last boundary was the first ball of the 9th over. And that's more like it. Whipped away, and it will be 4. My oh my, how they needed that, Nepal. And who else would it be but their captain who delivers it for them. Beautiful flick of the wrists. Gets it in front of the man who's out of deep backward square leg, and he gets 4.
Well, we talk about the curse of the commentator. Nepal will be saying that's the blessing of the commentator. They needed a boundary. You talked about how it hadn't happened since the 9th over, and all of a sudden finds the fence.
The reverse jinx, the anti-jinx. Call it in. They so
needed
this.
You had a rooting interest in this one.
Angled in, that was the key, wasn't it? The angle that he's used and the pace on the ball, just a bit too full, and there's nothing that I think it's been Safar out there could do about that. They'd love another one now. Equation 42 to win. Oh, innovation, but there's a man there, it's over his head! Wow. And it's back-to-back boundaries, 10 runs and 2 deliveries. A swing and a shift of momentum has them dancing in the sands.
And you said it. That you said that this would be the over that they would want to go after. Akhil Kumar, those first 4 deliveries, you would be absolutely thrilled with that. 3 runs. But now you get the 10 off the final 2 deliveries. Great innovation you see there. to scoop it over. No chance for the fielder who was fine at third man. And
look at the innovation.
Brilliant.
It's almost the reverse scoop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Powdled his heart in his mouth for a moment, but it's only 57 metres down there. Gets us to the end of that 15th over. Have Nepal just swung the momentum their way. It's 88 for 5.
The new A&W Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger.
Let's go.
Juicy grass-fed beef, topped with Ruffles cheddar and sour cream chips.
Let's go!
Let's go! Try the new A&W Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger. Let's go.
Huge Nepal cheering section over there until those last two balls reached the boundary, and then bam, just like that, there goes the momentum.
And how good has that been so far, being the former captain? He's just so effective, isn't he, with his left arm spin, bowled into the surface. Irie couldn't get it anywhere. He goes for 6. It's 88 for 6. Here's Irie. He does love that shot, the short arm jab to the leg side. The problem is he's taking on the bigger boundary, and that's a very well judged catch by Navneet Dhaliwal going over his shoulder. Canada's fielding has been exceptional.
Fielding and bowling, I mean, they've really stepped up. We talked about how unlikely it was they could match the performance that we saw Nepal do in the first half of this match, but they've almost exceeded it seems like, especially with some of those spectacular diving catches.
Yeah, this is a big call. Got to tell you this, Matt. It's a big, big call. I thought it would have been Karen KC, who's got those big, broad shoulders and can hit big sixes down the ground. Sampal Kami, not as capable a big hitter, but more effective technically. Maybe Monty Desai is just saying, I just want to tone things down. Just find someone to get Desai is just saying, I just want to tone things down, and then I'll keep Karen KC. Just find someone to get Desai is just saying, I just want to tone things down. This game, it's not an offense. Just find someone to get Desai is just saying,
I grind this out. That's what it's come down to. And sometimes games are like this. They're not all high scoring. This is a defensive masterpiece by both squads so far. Who's going to prevail?
You keep using that phrase, defensive, and I really like that. I think it's a perfect description of actually what the two fielding sides have done so well. Their bowlers are bowling well, but it's then the team effort, the collective 11-man effort to squeeze that opposition.
Exactly. You want to squeeze as many runs on offense, and you want to squeeze as few on defense. Can
you think of games in your NBA career that you like? Often cricket matches, you talk about being high scoring classics, 250 plays 240 or something like that in a T20. This could be a low scoring classic.
Yeah, exactly. Every possession matters that much more when it's low scoring.
Down the leg side, that's going to help. That's a free extra. That's a wide. Canada have not bowled many of them, and every run is going to be critical. The equation.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point. Every run is critical. Every bowling is critical. You hit it and you can run and squeeze one more run in. That's critical. It's like everything is magnified that much more when you have these grinded out, low scoring games in any sport, but especially as I'm learning in real time with cricket as well.
There's nothing quite like the tension and the drama that a close-fought international brings you, particularly a T20, and that's what we have in our hands here in King City. 16 bowled, it's 91 for 6.
Seba is giving back to the community and making sure that the community is taken care of. We do a lot of that at our temples and in the Punjabi community, and that's how I see the store. So it's a no-frills thing to do.
Well, what a fantastic contest we've got on our hands here. It really is. Nepal just haven't really been able to get anything going with the bat. Their captain is going to be the absolute key across these last 4 overs. He's got 35, the highest individual score from either side on the day. And now, Nicholas Curtin thinks it's time to go back to his gun bowler. You think LeBron James in the NBA, think about this man. think about Kalim Sana for Canada. He's the star with the ball.
He's the ace. I mean, if you're Nepal, you're running out of time here. I mean, there's only so many more balls left. Canada trying to, go in for the kill with their top ace.
Yeah, and what Nicholas Curtin will want here with the 2 overs of Sana left, he'll probably bowl 17. He could bowl 19, or actually what he might do is he'll come back from the other end and he'll keep him for the final over, the 20th. Nepal require over 8 runs per over. And it's just so difficult against Sana with that extra pace. And what we have seen from this surface is a little bit of inconsistent bounce. Some are keeping a bit low, and then others like that coming up higher to the batter. Difficult to judge.
Yeah, I mean, the more you can vary it, keep the batter off balance, the better. Try to take away all rhythm. You never want a team to get into rhythm. Seems like every time it seemed like Nepal was about to blow the lid off and start getting some momentum, and to get into that rhythm, Canada's made a big play.
You can hear the hush descend over the ground. Bowls him, and that is Kalim Sana all over.
Wow.
Straight through, top of off stump pit, and now Nepal have lost 7.
Ice in his veins. Huge play. I mean, talk about high pressure moments coming down the stretch here. Take a look at this replay. Wow.
It's a little inside edge, isn't it? He's unlucky. He thought it was straight through at first, but it's actually being dragged on by Sampal Kami. So that's the latest one to fall. He is gone for 1, and Nepal are in all sorts of trouble here. 92 for 7. Here's the equation. 32 to win off 22. We've got a classic on our hands here. And it's Kalim Sana with the ball. Another surprise for me, it's not Karen KC. They're holding the Valentine's Day hero all the way back till number 10. It's going to be Sandeep Lamachani. He tends to play very aggressively, prefers facing spin to pace. Can Kalim Sana get another? No, not yet. Lamachani does his job, gets a single, critically gets Powdell, the captain, back on strike.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about every run counts when you're on offense, but if you're Canada, you're happy with that. You're giving up 1 run per ball, you're going to win this match.
Yeah, and critically, if you can maybe make it 10 runs required per over in the last 2, that's going to be a tall task, particularly with only 3 wickets left in hand for Nepal. If Powdell get a boundary here, though, off Sana, you just wait for the roar. You can feel a tension just all the way around King City. The capacity crowd, they are on edge. Guided away, but deep thirds in place, so it will just be a single. How impressed have you been with the way Canada have fought back here?
Very impressed. I mean, I haven't seen enough T20 cricket matches, cricket matches period, to understand the macro dynamics within the match. But from, basically at halftime, as I would call it, when we switched over and Canada took the field, it was looking bleak. Nepal had all the momentum, their crowd was going nuts, and yet here we are, like you said, gearing up for an instant classic.
Definitely going to the 20th over this one. Good Yorker delivered in by Kalim Sana. That's what he'll try to do. You see the way he's coming around the wicket here. So the left armour, he's angling it in. He's trying to get it as full as he can in toward those stumps. Therefore, just completely restricting the boundary options for Nepal.
Yep, smart strategy. As long as you execute it, right? You talked about you got that little space you need the ball to hit, and if you don't, it could be goodbye 6 runs.
bowls him. It's another one chopped on. And it's the Kalim Sana effect. Is that the match for Canada? The captain for Nepal, who's fought so ably all the way, he's now gone. It's a similar-ish dismissal to that of Sampal Kami off the inside edge. Just the one bail comes off. The leg stump is kissed. And Sana, well, he always finds a way, doesn't he? How good has he been?
Just amazing bowling right here. When they needed it most. Pressure's on. You're coming down to these last few overs. Need to make big plays, and he's really stepped up. The body language says it all right now. You look at the Nepal team, the captain kind of slugging off to this replay.
And again, look at the angle. It's the angle that just causes difficulty for those right-handers. You could just see Powdell. He's trying to run it down to deep third for a single to keep the strike and to maybe take all the responsibility, but he's been bowled for 37. Have Nepal's hopes disappeared with their captain? The score now at the end of the 17th, with just 3 remaining, it's 95 for 8.
The all-new Nissan Kicks. Ready for whatever you're into. Get your kicks.
Back into the action, and what a big wicket and what a big moment to get it for Kalim Sana. This game coming down to the wire. Just chopping it on. The skipper of Nepal getting that leg stump, and Kalim Sana is so effective. Every time he comes on with the ball, there's always a chance of a wicket. It's going to be Akhil Kumar coming in from the north end.
So many huge plays by this Canadian defense today. Just momentum changing or momentum killing plays when it looked like Nepal was starting to get things going. What a performance.
Well, the wickets really pegging away at the progress that Nepal's tried to make today. Credit to the bowlers of Canada. Nowhere close to that. Trying to give himself some room. Well, there's one thing that we know about Sandeep Lamichhane is he's a very exciting fella out in the middle. He's no one to just stand around and let the ball control him. He will make those chances. He will try and get a shot out of nowhere. He's going to need to try and find some bat on ball very quickly. This game coming down to the wire. The wickets now. That'll be a big concern for Nepal. They've only got 2 left.
But at the same time, they need runs. They can't play conservative. I mean, if I'm Nepal right now, I'm not worried about the wickets.
Well, it gets a hold of that one, and that's a tracer bullet straight down the ground. Smashing into that side screen. 6 runs to Sandeep Lamichhane.
And right on cue, just what I was saying. You've got to stay aggressive. Much needed 6 right there for Nepal, trying to keep themselves scratch and claw this victory coming down the stretch. Take a look at this replay.
He cleared his front foot, just allowing for his hands to free through the line, and he got some distance on it as well. Power, distance, and 6 runs picked up.
It's like the Maple Leaf Cricket Grounds version of the Green Monster out there. Shortest part of the field, as Lenny was saying, too.
And always the safest as well. You're never going to have a fielder straight down the pitch. Well, Akhil Kumar is going to be under a little bit of pressure here. Nepal need 23 from 15. Giving room again, and this time he goes leg side. Plenty of protection there. They pick up 2 runs. It's the skipper, Nick Curtin, in the deep.
Nepal showing some life here. After that last wicket, the body language, it looked like they were done, but here they are. They got some momentum. Crowd starting to get back into it.
And the crowd does play a big part in it, doesn't it? Just helps pick you up. Big miss.
I think especially for these national teams, you're representing your country. You're halfway across the world. To have this many fans show up, it has to mean something.
I was at a World Cup game recently, the T20 World Cup that was in the US. It was Netherlands against Nepal, and I can tell you there were 4 Dutch fans. in that entire stadium. About 11,000 Nepalese fans. Just a sea of blue and red. Well, he's looking for the wide, and that definitely wasn't high enough for it. Again, just questioning Sandeep Lamichhane to Arnold Medela, who's the leg umpire. It's going to be the end of the 18th. Nepal 103 for 8.
TD is supporting cricket in more ways than ever. Because we believe Canada needs more cricket. How's that? TD, ready for you.
The bowling figures for Canada. Kalim Sana, 3 wickets to his name again. No surprise there. And everyone apart from Mansh Patel has been fairly economical, given that it is a low-scoring game. 21 now, the equation from 2 overs. 12 deliveries. You just feel the tension out here. It means so much to both sides to pick up a win for their team, for their country. And it's the first game of this T20 series. You want to start it off on a high.
That's definitely what we're doing with this match.
Oh, well, just past the diving hands of Shreyas Mova. 4 runs, and it looked like it might have come off the gloves. Kalim Sana getting the bouncer in. The direction could have been better. Going down leg, given the treatment. Important runs, this.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that coming. I don't think that's what the batter necessarily intended, but Nepal will take it. Take a look at this pitch. He swings backwards. It kind of came on the other side of the batter. Able to just kind of guide it behind him, almost off the knuckles, for 4 runs. Much needed 4 runs. Definitely shaping up for an exciting finish here.
Moving inside the line of the ball. And how close is this going to be? Needed better direction. They might be in trouble here. The throw has gone to the right end, and that's going to be another wicket. The 9th one goes down after a shocker. That second run was never on.
What a throw-in right there. I mean, the amount of times this match has shifted momentum, Manali, where you think something's going to happen, then it doesn't. You know, we talked about Nepal needs to be aggressive, trying to squeeze out that extra run. Ended up backfiring on him right there after a very heads-up.
Well, Karan Casey had been called down for the run. The first one was on.
Yeah, at first I'm like, why would you even go for that? Like,
and
one run's fine.
He ran so far past the crease.
Yep.
No chance to get back for the second.
He's just going to say, I did that on purpose. We work on that. We practice that. It's like the fumble Ruski, like, you think I threw it by mistake, but I didn't. So we'd get you to go for one and get you out.
Karan Casey gone for 5 off 2 deliveries. And you just feel it might be curtains here for Nepal. Yes, they still are in the game in terms of run to ball equation. But when you're 9 wickets down, It doesn't give you much room.
Yeah, I mean, especially you're down this many runs. You got to go for it. We'll see if this game ends with the 10th wicket. But that's a huge one because you lose that insurance wicket, you know, just mentally. It just adds that much more pressure to the Nepal batters.
A new batter out to the middle. Richard Dakal, he comes out, he's off the mark, first ball. It's now 15 off in 9 deliveries. And you feel that it might need to be Sandeep Lamichhane who carries the side home here. But for Canada, it's either 1 wicket or just 9 decent deliveries. They've really pulled this game in their favor, Canada. Not the best of outings with the bat today. So credit to their bowlers.
Yeah,
and those
the
two
field.
incredible catches.
Absolutely. And that last wacky wicket we got.
Well, giving himself too much room. This might be trouble. He's got to go back. Sent back by Navneet Dhaliwal. You don't want to lose this game on a run out.
No, you don't. Canada inching to the finish line here. It's all about execution down the stretch. In any sport, when it gets close like this, you got to maintain the focus. They've been out here for well over 3 hours. It's between the ears right now.
And this is the quicker version of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we got to bring you in for a 50 over a game. Tell me how much concentration that requires.
We're going to need to order some more pizza if that's the case.
Oh, he's going again. He's going again. Oh. Needed a direct throw, and it would have been the end of Sandeep Lamichhane and the innings.
Another miscue running for Team Nepal there. I mean, if you're Team Nepal doing the math here, you must be thinking, like, if we can get 2 6s and a 4, but here we go.
Well, that was an inside edge as well. That's a drop catch.
Yep. Cost him a little time as well.
Normally so good behind the stumps.
But, 2 6s and a 4 gets you the win.
Well, that's gone high up in the air, and it's Kalim Sana getting under it. He does the job off his own bowling, and that's going to be the game. Canada have pulled off an exceptional win here. Disappointment for the Nepal fans who've come out in numbers to support their side.
What a win.
What a win indeed, Matt.
That's a great first match for me. That's a great first T20 match for anyone else out there who's new to cricket. Exciting ending. Just a masterclass by the Canadian bowling.
Infused with 32 herbs, helps to stop hair fall to grow new hair. Shrikesh Hair Oil.
Shrikesh presents Comedy Darbar. Title sponsor
32 जड़ीबुटी युक्त कपाल झर्न रोक्ने, नयाँ कपाल उमार्ने, कपाल कालो बनाउने.
Powered by Baltra Home Appliances. Internet partner Dish Home. Supported by Garima Bikash Bank.
फाइबर युक्त ज्ञान चक्की आटा हामीसँग ज्ञान छ सबैलाई हुने ज्ञान
म पनि आजै नेपाल टेलिकमको एन्टी फाइबर सेवा लिन्छु
नेपाल टेलिकम राष्ट्रको सञ्चार
Makeup partner Aina Unisex Salon. Food partner Kenny Rogers Roasters. Publicity design partner Karyalay. Computer partner PC Mode Nepal. Production partner Maya Entertainment Studio. Digital partner OSR Reality. Exclusively on Prime TV HD.
नमस्ते सुस्वागतम यो हो श्रीकेश कमेडी दरबार हाँसोको बेग्लै अवतार म हुँ तपाईहरुको कार्यक्रम प्रस्तोता नम्रता श्रेष्ठ र तपाईहरु हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ श्रीकेश कमेडी दरबार Our internet partner is Dish Home FiberNet, supported by Garima Bikash Bank. Food partner Kenny Rogers Roasters. Makeup partner Aina Unisex Salon. र डिजिटल पार्टनर OSR रियालिटी अनि हाम्रो दरबारको महारानी आज हजुर एक्लै
दरबारमा धेरै षड्यन्त्र भएको हुनाले सबैले छोडेर जाँदैछन् भारद्वारहरूले मलाई विजयजी एकदम विशेष काममा व्यस्त हुनुहुन्छ सो अर्को एपिसोडमा फेरि उहाँ मेरो साइडमा हाजिर हुनुहुन्छ
अफ कोर्स जोक्स अपार्ट हामीसँग अहिले विजयजी उपस्थित हुन नहुनुको कारण पछाडि चाहिँ अलिकति सानो यताउता प्रोफेसनल कमिटमेन्ट्सहरूले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ आज विजयजी हामीसँग हुनुहुन्न तर उहाँले आफ्नो बेस्ट रिगार्ड्स पठाउनु भएको छ र उहाँको बेस्ट रिगार्ड्स साथसाथै महारानीको आज्ञाले म हाम्रो दरबारको कार्यवाही अगाडि बढाउन चाहन्छु अडियन्स हामी रेडी हो
यस
तर आजको कार्यवाही सुरु गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ हाम्रो दरबारमा पाहुनाहरू आइसक्नु भएको छ र महारानीको अनुमतिले म हाम्रो पाहुनाहरूलाई बोलाउन चाहन्छु भोइस अफ नेपाल टिमबाट आउनु भएको छ चर्चित गायक तथा कोच प्रमोद खरेल र प्रोड्युसर तथा एङ्कर सुशील नेपाल स्वागत छ प्रमोद सर सुशील सर यहाँलाई कार्यक्रममा धेरै धेरै स्वागत छ हजुरले हेर्नु भएको होला नि हैन हाम्रो एपिसोडहरु
रेगुलरली हेरिरहेको छौं हामीले
वाउ अ बिग राउन्ड अफ अप्लज फर दैट थ्यांक यू सो मच फर योर सपोर्ट आज के कस्तो चाहिँ एक्टहरु एक्सपेक्ट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ कि फेरि हाम्रो कमेडी शो अलिकति हास्य व्यङ्ग्य त हुन्छ ठट्टा पनि हुन्छ अलिकति हजुरहरुमाथि पनि पञ्च लाइनहरु आउला सो के कस्तो एक्सपेक्टेसन छ त
हैन अब त्यो त गौरी म्यामलाई थाहा छ हामीले डान्सिङ विथ द स्टार्स गर्दा कति रमाइलो गर्थ्यौं हामी आफै पनि जोक गर्ने मान्छे जति पनि आफूमाथिको यो रोस्ट सहन सक्छौं
सही कुरा
द्याट्स वन्डरफुल प्रमोद सर हजुरको के छ त
त्यही त मैले पनि म यसको स्टार्ट भएदेखि एकदमै रेगुलर हेरिरहेको छु हो यो
थ्यांक यू प्रमोद
मैले हरेक पार्टहरु यसको इन्जोय गरेको छु अब त्यही